Hey everybody, this is Brandon from cashflow.com, and I just wanted to take a little bit of time out here on this beautiful fall afternoon and answer a couple questions that some folks have posted on the blog in regards to barriers to buying homes and getting started into real estate investing. And the first one that I want to address, it was from Bonnie, and she said, I think that sometimes reading, going to seminars, taking classes, etc., I have so much know-how but not actually experience in doing. I have also heard many bad experiences in what not to do, that there is a fear of not saying the right thing or making a mistake. I would imagine every investor has made mistakes or bad deals, whether they would admit it or not, and in being overcautious, some of us do nothing with all the knowledge we have. I've considered teaming with someone. I really need a breakthrough to just do it. Well, Bonnie, I have a couple different suggestions for you. The first thing I want to talk to you about is typically for a deal, if you have to think twice about it, it's probably a deal that you should pass on. At least that's been my experience. On the deals that I know are good, solid singles, doubles, even home runs, you usually don't even have to think about them. The numbers just make sense, whether it's a flip, cash type transaction, or whether it's one you're buying on terms. If it's a deal and the numbers make sense, they pop right out at you instantly. But if you have to overanalyze everything, then it's probably one that you might want to pass on. Second thing is the continuing education process in real estate investing. It's ongoing. Every single day I'm still learning something new, and I think that probably most investors feel that way as well. There's just this tremendous amount of information that's out there. Marketplaces are constantly changing, and it's definitely up to us to stay on top of our game. So don't feel bad in the fact that you have all of this knowledge, but you're just having troubles putting it to action. I will give you a good tip on that here shortly as well. But the third thing that I want to talk to you about as far as investors and whether they admit that they've made mistakes or have ran into problems, I would be willing to bet quite a bit of money that most experienced investors have obtained that experience by running into a lot of the same problems that you now face. I don't think that they probably just magically got to the point where they're at without having to overcome a lot of hurdles along the way. And no, it's not easy all the time, and yes, you do have to break through a lot of different barriers, but they're just obstacles that you have to overcome. And one of the things that I would probably recommend is there's a book by Tony Robbins. I believe it's called Awakening the Giant or Unleashing the Giant Within. But basically it's made specifically for people to overcome whatever fears are holding them back from accomplishing anything, whether it's a habit that they have, whether it's something that hampers them performance-wise at their job. It's basically about recognizing what it is that holds you back and how to overcome it. And one of the things that he goes into is he talks specifically about all humans do things either out of one of two different reasons. And those reasons would be either trying to avoid pain or trying to achieve pleasure. And more oftentimes than not, that desire to avoid pain wins the day. It usually trumps the desire to achieve some type of a pleasure. So how can we put that into real estate investing terminology? Whether it's making an offer on a property, you have this education, but there's something that is holding people back from taking that next step. And until you sit down and you stare that fear right in the face, and you come up with enough reasons to take that pain and turn it into a pleasure, you may not achieve the results that you're looking for exactly. You really need to analyze this, and I highly recommend go and pick up the book. It's probably about $15. I have a couple of his different books, and they're both excellent. And the biggest thing, just like the saying, just go do it. And hopefully this has helped you a little bit, and I look forward to helping everybody out there. If you ever have any questions, feel free to go over to my blog and submit a question on one of the posts that you might have, and I'll try to do the best that I can to get back to you and answer it.